all of the format, and Burst Lightning is much better than Shock of Galvanic Blast. So so I figured I'd carry the deck through non-spells. So I wanted a lot of creatures at the one spot. Notice I don't have any one mana burn spells, so that I could get in there and activate Stormblood, or play a Shrine on turn 2. Like, that creates an insane amount of pressure. A lot of decks just can't beat that. So that's what it was. And like, if you need to, you always want to play a guy turn 1, and then turn 2 you want to burn something, or just put more pressure. So the Stromkirk Noble, that's like the new Goblin Guide. It forces a day on turn 4 against all the opponents playing day if they don't have a Doomblade or something. Grim Lavamancer is like one of the best cards, obviously, but you can't play 4 of them without fetch lands. So I knocked it down to 3. Spike Shot Elder is actually amazing. Like, in the mirror, if you resolve a Spike Shot and you have the mana to activate it, you just lock down their entire board. Like in the top 8 against the Ari Lax, like in the middle of the game, he had...
Ari was playing Tempered still.
Yeah, he had like 4 guys, and I laid down a Spike Shot, and I killed at least 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, like I killed 4 guys with the Spike Shot. And Goblin Arsonist was actually a last minute addition. It was Goblin Fireslinger, but then I got like an email from the SCG preview. And
there you go, Star City newsletter right there.
Stormblood was Stromkirk Noble, #1 rare in Innistrad. I was like, all right, I'll play this guy. You know, he's a 2-for-1 in the mirror match. I was expecting to play a lot of those today. I only played it 2 or 3 times, but he's good there. And then the rest of the creatures, Stormblood Berserker is obviously amazing. Chandra's Phoenix is good, but you can't support too many of them. It's really mana intensive. And Hero of Oxid Ridge is just a beast.
So, I mean, as a mono red player, what is your biggest fear? What are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of playing against mono white. They go turn 2, Honor the Pure, turn 3, Timely Reinforcements.
Sure, yeah.
like, I didn't run into that at all today, or yesterday. But like, aside from that, there's not really much scary. Like, if someone resolves a Wurmcoil, it's bad, but there's a lot of tricks you can do to keep them from gaining life. Like, if they attack with a Wurmcoil, you block and then shoot your own guy. Yeah. And so that there's no combat damage, or you fly over with the Phoenix, or you just like burn them to death. I mean,
burn them with untapping. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of really close games. Basically, you need to get 15 with your creatures and stuff, and then you just brimstone them out or whatever.
Yeah. Brimstone's a pretty amazing card.
It's unfair.
Yeah,
I would say
it's Shrapnel Blast.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's pretty close to Shrapnel Blast. I didn't actually play during Mirrodin, but like, it's not an issue when you have that many creatures. It's not an issue to have one die.
Like, I talked about it yesterday, and I was thinking that the only time it deals 3 damage to a player is when they're dead.
Yeah.
I mean, if your creatures aren't dying, you're probably winning. So, I mean...
it's usually either 3 to a creature or 5 to a player.
Yeah.
How are the Goblin Arsonists for you?
I mean, I only played... I think I only played 2 mirrors. Yeah, I only played 2 mirrors, so, like, they didn't have a chance to shine, but they definitely locked down the board. Like, they block other Stromkirk Nobles or whatever.
So you'd play them again?
I don't know if I'd play mono red again, because I don't know. I thought I tried really hard not to play mono red because I always play mono red and everyone makes fun of me for it. So
with a name like Doberne, I mean.
But I looked at when I was playing in the semifinals against Todd Anderson. Yeah. Like, I looked at his list and I'm like, this is actually really good. Granted, it didn't turn out well for him, but like, I think there's actually ways to beat it, mostly misstep. Snapcaster Mage is good too. But I don't know if I'd play Burn again. If I was to play Burn again, I would definitely keep in the Arsonist, especially if I was expecting more red decks to come out, especially after this event. Yeah, I don't think I would actually change anything. This was borderline perfect as far as
it was working well for you. Well, you won the tournament, running good. Your list is always going to be really good.
Yeah, but like the sideboard, like there were always cards I want. Like I would take out 2 Stormblood Berserkers against Solar Flare. Yeah. And I used every sideboard card, consistently.
And so you would change anything about the sideboard even?
I don't think so. Like, the one card that was... Well, the 2 cards that were somewhat underwhelming were Sword of War and Peace and Traitorous Blood. It's kind of hard to tell because they're singletons, you know? The one time I cast Traitorous Blood in this tournament was against Todd Anderson to get a Snapcaster Mage to activate.
Yeah, I saw that.
And
Yeah.
didn't end up mattering.
Yeah. So like in theory, it's really good against the pod lists and the Solar Flare that have a lot of big fatties. So I think it's good, but this, I can't prove it.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
Sword and War and Peace, there's one matchup. Like I was playing against someone who played Timely, and I put a Sword of War and Peace and got through for like 1 million. So it seems good. I guess that's the most questionable card, but like I was extremely happy with this.
You don't feel like a lot of red players are like, oh man, timely reinforcements. You don't feel like that big of an issue.
Only if they have honor. Like I mean,
You heard it here first.
Most of the time, you board into 4 heroes, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You
then
just
they
dare
go
them.
timely. You're like, all right, hero of Oxidridge, attack you, and
Yeah.
you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I never really liked Hero last time playing Magic. Probably don't like it anymore after set rotation.
Fair enough. You seem to like the new format. See a lot of cool decks out there, and I mean, you won, so it can't be all that bad, right?
yeah, like it seems interesting. I think there's still a lot of unexplored space. I mean, I just stuck with the red deck. I saw like a few Bant pod lists were pretty beatdown heavy, and like I thought that was pretty cool. I think there's an issue in that Solar Flare is just so good against normal control decks, and not so good against aggro decks. Like if you want to play a mid-ranger's control deck, you're gonna have so much problem against Solar Flare, even if you can beat the aggro decks. And Solar Flare is obviously always going to be a deck because it sideboards into like 4 timelies, and then with Snapcaster Mages, that's actually like 7 timelies. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a few times the reinforcements.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. I mean,
Yeah.
do you feel like your list is just got to be way better than this one, right? I mean, you won the tournament, so clearly it's got to be better than anything here. Anything from Scott's list, though, that you would incorporate into your own build?
I mean, mine fits my playstyle. I'm actually a really conservative red player.
Okay.
I do like the gut shots, actually. It's very good. It seems very good in the mirror, and Todd Anderson had them in the sideboard.
Yeah.
Like, that seems like it could be good. There's so many one-touch.
It's interesting that he ran 4 gut shots and only 3 shock, though.
Yeah,
I wonder
that
how
is
much
pretty
that free mana actually is relevant.
I mean, I
I mean, if you want to play a 1-drop and kill their Skirk Noble, but I think that's about the only time, right?
Or one drop
you-
like Kill Birds or something like that.
also, if you don't have 1-drop and you want to burn them on turn 2 and play as Stormblood.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
there
wow,
it
yeah,
is.
that's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sweet.
Like,
there it is.
Stormblood is really hard to deal with.
Oh, yeah. That's what it is.
It's as good and constructed as it is. If not better, because you're like activating it all the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can always get that on turn 2. That's actually really
But I mean,
Yeah,
interesting.
that's where it's at. Yeah.
I think the biggest difference, well, one is I played all mountains and no Ancient Grudge, but like Furnace Camp, I know Patrick Sullivan has that in like all of his lists, but I actually really don't like it because it's a 1/1 that is at best like either 4 or 5 damage straight to them, and in a world with timely reinforcements, that doesn't seem so good. You need to be
Yeah.
able to you need to be able to both create pressure and grind them out. Like, you have to threaten to do both at the same time.
Mhm, that's what your Spike Shot Elders
Yeah,
and your
that's
Grim
a-
Lavamancers are doing.
Yeah. Exactly. And Koth. Like,
Yeah, and Koth. Yeah, I love the Koths.
yeah, that's actually a huge thing. In my swordboard matches against Solar Flare, I added a mountain. I took out 2 Stormblood Berserkers and like Arc Trails or something. But I made it so I had all 7 of my 4-drops. So my plan was, get in there like early with a 1/1 and a Stormblood, so that they have to day, and then right after the day, just slam the 4-drop, and then you're in a great position.
Wow, very cool.
Sweet.
Good work, David. Once again, congratulations. Really good work,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Hopefully see you around some more Star City
Grab
games
the trophy.
in the future. Yeah, you left your trophy all the way over here.
This
You
is
didn't even bring it
actually
in.
my first event with more than 50 people.
That's
Pretty
insane.
sweet.
Well, you should come out to some more opens. It's
It's
always,
10 times bigger. You want it.
got a lot of Planeswalker points to top it all off. Awesome having you here. Good work.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I hope I can go to the invitation.
Yeah, see you in Charlotte for the Invitational, hopefully. All right, take care, David.
Have fun.
Thanks.
Good to see you. So real fast before we go to our replay, we need